and the real Wahinis of Philadelphia. Welcome to my home in Paradise. Paradise, California, that is. I'm Teresa James, and today I'm going to make for you a dessert that's inspired by the other paradise we know as the islands of Hawaii. They're called Hulas. Let's get started. I'm going to sift together 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda. I like to sift my flour. It just gives everything, along with the Philadelphia cream cheese, a much lighter consistency. And these cookies are awesome. I call them hulas because they're inspired by some of the things we find in the Hawaiian Islands. A cube of room temperature butter. Buttery, yummy cookies. And into that goes the star of the show, Philadelphia brand cream cheese. Room temperature, 8-ounce block. I love baking with Philadelphia. I found that instead of shortening, it just makes everything, especially here in the mountains, bake up lighter and fluffier. I couldn't understand what was happening to my cookies after I moved up here. I just couldn't get them to be fluffy like they were down lower elevations. Found out it is the altitude. So the cream cheese has solved that for me. Blending together the cream cheese and the butter, just to incorporate. And to that I am adding 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, oh I'm sorry, that's a ½ cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, 3 tablespoons of milk, and 2 eggs. And we're just going to blend that all together, starting out on slow so I don't make a big mess. I've had the pleasure of visiting the Hawaiian Islands a few times, and my favorite island is the island of Kauai. If you've ever had the pleasure of going there yourself, you know that it's inhabited by millions of chickens and roosters. That's why my kitchen chicken Daryl is so interested in this recipe, hulas. I've been telling him all about those chickens, and he says next time I better take him with me. Okay, we're going to up the speed here and blend this a little more. I like to spoon it in like this, a big scoop at a time, let it really get incorporated. That Philadelphia cream cheese, I'm telling you, is going to make these cookies so light and wonderful. It just gives them that little thing that makes somebody say, what is that secret ingredient? Well, I'll tell them. Everybody deserves to have the best. And the best would be real butter and Philadelphia brand cream cheese. Okay, let's clean up the area. It's all incorporating nicely. Got this beautiful orchid here that was given to me recently, and again in the Hawaiian Islands, orchids grow wild everywhere. It's just beautiful. And Kauai is one of the wildest islands. It's the oldest island, and it's the least inhabited island. It has the beautiful picturesque Waimea Canyon, the rainforest, and the Nepali coast. And when you're there, you just have to take a catamaran trip around the Nepali coast. Okay, we have this nicely beaten in, and now our Hawaiian ingredients are going in. And that's 1 cup of halved macadamia nuts, 1 cup of flaked coconut, and 1 cup of white chocolate chips. Gotta have those chips. Now I'm just going to slowly incorporate those into the batter. This is a quick and easy recipe. Okay, I'll be right back with my cookie sheet, and we'll be ready. Here's our fabulous blended hula cookie dough. And I just have to give a shout out to my fabulous purple KitchenAid mixer. Love that machine. Is ready to be scooped on to our cookie sheet. I have lined my air bake cookie sheet with parchment paper just so they come off nice, and I'm using an 1.5 inch cookie scoop. And these cookies don't have to be real far apart because they stay light and fluffy. So we're going to scoop them on. They'll all be about the same size. That's our goal. And while I'm doing that, I was going to tell you about the flour in my hair. The tradition of wearing the flour in your hair on which side you wear it. If you wear it on the right, or the left, my other right, means you're married or engaged or otherwise taken. And if you wear it on the left, such as I am, means you're available. Woohoo! She's available and she can cook too. Okay, we're just going to continue scooping these out and put them in a 375-degree oven for about 13 to 15 minutes. While my cookies are in the oven, I thought I'd tell you what I like to do with some of this batter. This cookie batter makes about 3 dozen, give or take how many scoops of finger dough you eat during the process. So I don't like to bake them all at once. I like to keep some aside in my freezer so that when the grandkids stop by, within a matter of minutes I can have for them some hot baked cookies. So I've just taken a baking dish, lined it with some parchment paper, some aluminum foil, and I'm going to pop that in my freezer and they will stay in there for months. They don't ever last that long. Kids are saying, Nana, could we have some cookies? Sure! Right out of the freezer, into the oven, no time. Again from my home in Paradise, California. I baked for you a delicious dessert I call Hulas. They're made with Philadelphia cream cheese, macadamia nuts, coconut, and white chocolate chips. I'm going to try and grab one here without my kitchen chicken here, Daryl pecking me. Got it. These I actually like to call cakies because they're more moist like a cake than they are a cookie. Delicious. I hope you'll bake up a batch real soon. Mahalo, aloha from Paradise.